Hey, good afternoon YouTube. It is May 18th here and I just wanted to give you an update here. Last update was on May 1st, so it's going on about 2.5 weeks now. I'm trying to do one every 2 weeks so you can see consistent growth here. And I've got a view right now of all the plants here. Mostly the entire garden bed. Here is the remaining edge of it, just so you can kind of see the entire garden bed here. And this is a brick garden bed. Water just came off. You can see mostly there's concrete on the floor, however on the garden end of it it's actually just dirt, so the water goes into the dirt, whereas instead of just kind of sitting on top of the concrete. So that's one thing I will tell you: if you're going to do a concrete bed on top of concrete, make sure that you drill through the concrete flooring, or else you are going to have water issues here. And I believe right now my water is running for 2 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off of its holding station and show you a little bit of the water and how I have it right now, which I always need to fix. So here is water on the jalapenos, if you can see that. And I actually have these jalapenos. How do I know this one might be good to go? I don't know. But let's go ahead and start from the left to right as always. We're gonna go ahead and start with our big boy tomato, which is definitely a big boy here. I don't know why they named it that, but I think it's because of the tomatoes, not because of the actual size. However, this is my largest growing tomato plant that I have here. So you can see this thing is massive now. And to my surprise, there's actually tomatoes growing here now. So we're gonna start seeing the growth of this actually slow down a bit. And it's gonna start focusing on these tomatoes. So let me see if I can capture that right there. You can see we've got one tomato on this one. Don't be discouraged. This big boy looks like it's just a very slow flower sprouter. I can see flowers everywhere, so it shouldn't have any issues with a huge amount of tomato inventory here. And then we've got the husky red cherry tomato. I say this is the small little one, but it is definitely flowering. We've got tomatoes here, got 4 of them right there, and then we've got another 2 down there. I've actually waited to pull these out. I think they're already ready, so I just want to go ahead and pull them from right here. They're supposed to just come off. They just come off literally with my fingers. Oh, they just roll off. There you go. So you can see here, got 2 tomatoes. I guess one is redder than the other, but they're great. I think they're ready to go and feel good and hard. Got the nice tomato looking color, and these are not for me to use because I don't know what these would go on. Like I said, I think they're salads. Apart from that, we have our lovely strawberry here that is growing strawberries. Yeah. And we have here our early grow tomato. I don't know why they call her an early grow. It's not early sprouting more than the other ones, but I will say we have got a good amount of tomatoes. So very excited to show you guys, and I'm assuming the next video when these tomatoes are ready to go. And of course all these flowers here will turn into tomatoes. Not every single one, of course, but they should be, all of them. I've never had a perfect all of them growing. Usually I'm gonna say most of them do. Like you can see here, we've got 3 out of the 4 little flower things. Why didn't the 4th one grow? No clue, but they are growing. You can see this one right here. Again, 3 out of 4. Maybe just my luck. Here we have our lovely cucumber. As I mentioned, this is one of my favorite ones. It tends to grow up the wall, and we can see here it's already growing. And the cool thing about this one is that it grows very fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these tomatoes down on the ground or on my dirt, and I'm gonna show you the type of growth that I'm talking about. Cucumbers, again, these are pickles, whatever you want to call them. They're all the same thing. And here is one of the, I guess, huge cucumber ones that you can immediately see. However, we've got them kind of growing everywhere, and I guess they're all still a little bit growing out, but that is the biggest one thus far. And then we've got a bunch of little other ones here. You can see they're starting to grow out here. I will, however, probably increase the watering on this one because I think the amount of cucumbers that are here should be a little more. That's just my opinion, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn up the watering on that one, but you can see it's still growing. Oh, there's another one right here. You can see these things are quite big. I don't end up eating all these cucumbers because they grow too fast. And right now they're just starting to spread, so we'll see. The cool thing again about this one is it does have these little string things here. It is a growing plant, and you'll see that it starts to clamp onto whatever you have. So, alright, next up we have our basil. Basil's looking great. Huge, huge, huge. Don't need that much basil. Then we have our two other plants that are here. We have this, I always forget the name of this thing. My girlfriend chose this. Oh, here it is. Rosemary. There you go. Sorry about that. Rosemary here. Looking great. I mean, it's just getting bigger. Again, I don't use this one. So here is the catnip. Now, this is a lot of catnip. It's growing very well, and I don't really need this. So I'm going to start taking it down in the next week or two and seeing how my cat likes it exactly. I don't know. I've gone to a park and I've seen him just sniffing this thing, but it doesn't look like it's fully grown as the ones in the park are. So I'll probably wait a little bit and then give it to my cat. Alright, here's the jalapeno, sweet banana. You can see we've already have a couple here. I think they're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Should come right off. Sweet banana pepper. This is what you see at In-N-Out. And here's the cool thing. Here's another one. And with these, this one is right here. The thing is, you want to pull these out just right when they're about to start getting their perfect color. So you can see this pretty much matches the picture that we have here. And so we've got all these other flowers growing too, and these plant overall, it's getting bigger and better every week. See that the bigger it grows, the easier it is for it to continue growing. Same thing here with the chili pepper. This one is a green chili pepper. You can see here, we've got a green chili pepper here. Not yet ready, I'm gonna say. It looks good, but continuing to grow. Sorry about my camera. And then we have the two corner plants that are, looks like they're becoming really good friends. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this up with some green tape and post an update on this later, because this cilantro plant, I didn't expect it to grow this much, or I wouldn't have put it so close to this other one, and it's grown quite a bit. So one plant is huge. And remember, you have to take off these flowers. I took them off this weekend, and it's Monday and they're back. It's just continuous growth. You have to do that with the basil as well. Here's our tomato, and this one was the plant that was dying. For those of you who might have seen this one at the beginning of the video, I knew that it was going to come back to life. Tomatoes are really simple to grow here in Vegas. Really just watering, and they'll do just fine. So I don't see any tomatoes right off the bat, but I can see a lot of flowers. So I figure in the next week or two I will definitely see tomatoes growing. But you can see this is a very bushy corner, more than I want it to be. These plants are way too close to each other, and you always have to give space for your plants. Look at this. Look at all this space for this little plant. Look at all this space. Well, this was a lot of space until this started growing wildly. And that's it, guys. Oh, we do have one tomato back here. It's almost ready. That's nice. So, alright. Thank you, guys. Check in next time.